Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready? We're ready. Coming this way. Here we go.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Agnew now to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw is Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 94 yards. So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's 1st and goal. They run with Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Following the interception, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Matt Breida with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing is Stafford. It's caught. Jones. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. There's the Penn State man, it's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
We gotta step it up.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Here's Winston. And he's going to go down again. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Johnson running right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. From the 45 on 2nd down, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line.
You draw forfeit. 32.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
On first down, Stafford here. His throw incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Alert! Easy, easy! Here we go.
Again, it's Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 51 yards after the big play. A chance to finish now on first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Shaquille Barrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Stafford now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the red zone now, Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And now running right through it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
22.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. Out of the gun, Stafford toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle.
2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston airing this one out for Evans. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Again, it's Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And he'll find Hall. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. This is Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Trey Flowers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Second and 10 now from the 27.
21. Hey, 50. No. Hey, Alpha.
To throw again. Stafford. Open man is Galladay. Complete. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Go.
Now Stafford. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 25 yards that time. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Johnson. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Danny Amendola, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Winston airing this one out for Evans. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked by Tracy Walker, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Stafford. It's complete to Jones. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
50-50. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Johnson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Levante David in on the tackle. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They go to Johnson again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. That's going left, and Prater missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Matt Breida, 61 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Here we go again.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. 34 yards there and a first down.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
31's the mic. 59!
Running from the gun, Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's an even 15-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Winston now from the 50. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Winston to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
He'll look to throw. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big 2nd half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are